That is my mindset. I operate on a level of excellence, and you guys need to wake up every single day, and you need to operate on a level of excellence and create your masterpiece.
What's up, guys, and welcome to this week's episode of the Personal Perseverance Project. I'm really excited to come to you guys today. We've had an amazing run in 2024 with some amazing episodes. I hope you all have got to listen to them, especially the last episode with my friend and fellow state trooper Richard Mattson, who was critically wounded and shot in a SWAT operation, the same operation that my best friend was shot and killed in. And hearing his story last week and hearing him talk about what he went through when he got shot, I mean, it literally can give you goosebumps and the hairs on the back of your neck can stand up, but you also can learn of what it took to fight through a hard time, a life and death situation. And just, it makes law enforcement real. It makes it real to hear a story of somebody who's an everyday guy that grew up as a soccer player, that went All-American, and it was just a really, really great episode. So if you have not heard that, please go back, tune in last week. It's a longer episode. It is 2 hours. You may have to break it up. It's because I wanted to get Rich's whole life and hear his life story so that we can connect and understand where he's coming from. But let's talk about this week. You know, it's not going to be a 2-hour episode. I actually want to talk to you about something that we all face every single day, something that is part of life, but it's also something that when many people face it, they stop or they give up or we complain why this happened to us, or we play the victim mentality, or we blame other people for why it's happening. And guys, the topic today is talking to you about failure. Yep, that's it. Talking to you about failure and understanding that failure is something that no one is immune from. Failure is something that we all will face at some point in our life. And what I'd like to do in this episode is to give you 5 main points. I'm going to give you 5 main points. So if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're listening to this, if you somehow can write it down or pause it and take a voice note, if you're listening to the car, of 5 points I'm going to give you that will help you understand how to overcome failure and what you can take from it and not allow it to be the thing that's going to stop you from moving forward and achieving the level of success and achieving the life you were meant to live. So let's dive right into it. The number one point I'm going to say to you guys is understand that failure is part of the process. There's no way that you're going to live life and go after your goals, even if it's you're younger and you're in school and you're taking exams. There's going to be tests that you fail. Like, we are human beings. We are not robots. And the further you go in life, the older you get, the more failures you'll probably face, and the bigger failures they will be. It may be a career failure. It may be a business failure. It may be a health and wellness failure that, you know, you're trying to exercise and lose weight, and then you have a couple days that are bad, and maybe you gain a little bit of weight or you don't get the results that you want. The point is this, guys. Number one, it's like I said, it's part of the process, and you need to accept that. I think, and I see too often when people face failure, they give up. When people face failure, they immediately start blaming everything else and saying why this didn't happen, instead of understanding it's part of the process, to embrace the struggle, to embrace the failure, because growth in your life comes from facing adversity. You learn nothing. You achieve nothing. You don't improve any way, shape, or form when things are going right. But when things are going wrong and you fail, there's so much to gain. There's so much to glean and learn from failure. So if you're failing right now, understand, I like to say this too shall pass. I'll say that again, and maybe write that down with an asterisk. This too shall pass. Why? Because nothing is permanent in life. Nothing is permanent in life. It's part of the process. It's okay. Everybody fails. My point number 2 is this. It's truly only a failure if you stop. So you cannot give up. If you fail at something, I once heard fail forward. I think John Maxwell said that. Learn to fail forward. And if you fall on your back, oh, this is another great thing. If you can look up, then you can get up, right? So it's only a failure if you stop what you're doing. But you got to have grit. You got to have perseverance. You know, my favorite word in the dictionary is perseverance. The name of my direct sales business, my team with the fitness, health, and wellness company, Body, was Team Perseverance. Why? Because my entire life, I was willing to persevere, whether it was saving up and delivering newspapers in the cold and rain and snow at 12 years old, or it was taking the ocean lifeguard test on a really rough day on the ocean, or whether it was working hard to move through my career and achieve awards in the state police, or whether it's, you know, failing in life today, but persevering to show my kids, my daughters, what it takes to truly succeed. So it's only failure if you stop. So don't stop. It's not permanent. Okay? Point number 3, you need to ask yourself is, what did you learn from it, and what can you do better next time? What did you learn from it, and what can you do better next time? Instead of stopping, or instead of saying, oh, woe me, this shouldn't have happened, you have to look at it and you have to say, okay, why did this failure happen? What did I learn from it, right? I always look at my failures. And what can I do better next time, right? It could be something as simple as you're sending an email to somebody if you're an entrepreneur. You're following up with somebody and you don't hear back and it's not working. Maybe you got to tweak the language. Maybe the way that you have to communicate with people, you have to learn from it. Maybe that means that you need to increase your skill sets. Maybe it means that, you know what, I need to read more books, or I need to listen to more audio things to help improve the skill set that I need to be an expert at in order to improve. So you always, every time you fail, I'm always looking at what did I do wrong and what can I do better? And listen to me, I'm going to say this. You have to be teachable your entire life. It doesn't matter if you're 18 years old or you're 81 years old. In life, you always have to be willing to be teachable. You do not know it all. There is nobody in this world that knows everything. And there is a reason why they say we have 2 ears for a reason and 1 mouth, to listen more and talk less. And how do you do that? By learning from our mistakes, from other people, from books, from conferences you may attend, from mentors, from life coaches you may hire. You need to learn from your mistakes. And then next time you need to say, I'm going to improve and this is what I'm going to do differently. All right, guys. So the first 3 points so far when it comes to failure is, number 1, understand it's part of the process. Okay. Number 2, it's only a failure if you stop. Other than that, it's a learning lesson, right? Number 3, what did you learn from it, and what can you do better next time? That's the 3rd point. My 4th point is this. Who can you follow or connect with, or what can you invest in to 10x the process? What I mean by that is this. If you fail at something and you recognize the gaps of what you need to improve on, who can you follow, or who can you connect with, or maybe hire somebody to help you 10x, meaning to help you expedite the process to success, right? There's something that is said that you can learn through your life failures, or you can learn a lot of wisdom by reading and learning from the people that have done it before you and the failures they had. The amount that I have learned in my life, in my career, from the authors of all the hundreds of books that I read is exponential. And every single day I'm reading, I'm trying to grow, and I'm trying to connect with these people. I have hired coaches to mentor me. I have paid thousands and thousands of dollars for just a couple phone calls with people, because what I can learn from them, I can do 10 times as fast. It's kind of like when I built my direct sales business, I figured it out for myself, but people on my team, by me being a mentor, they were able to do things 10 times as fast because I was able to teach them the right thing to do. That is gold. That is gold. There's a saying, success leaves clues. Let me say that again. Success leaves clues. So stop trying to do it by yourself and start understanding you do not know it all, and your way probably isn't the 100% best way, or else you would be at the top of your game, a multimillionaire, and everybody would be coming to you for help. If that's not the case, you have a lot of things to learn, and you can use being a student again and reaching out to people for help, reading tons of books, and committing to something that's going to help you improve and grow. And I'll tell you this, every day you have to pay the toll. It's like an easy pass. Every time you drive that road, you may have drove it 100 times before, but if you go through that toll, you have to pay. It's the same when it comes to growth. Your personal growth and you persevering and moving through failure and learning from it every single day, you have to do the necessary actions to learn and grow. Okay? And it starts with really what you consume and the people you are connected with. You are a product of your environment, and your income, I'll tell you this, your income is the average of the 5 people you spend your most time with. That's a stat. It pretty much holds tried and true. Think about it. Your income is probably the average of the income of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So unless you are willing to connect with people that are earning more and learning their process, you're not going to get anywhere, all right? Your level of personal growth will align with the bottom line of your bank account. Let me say that again. Your level of personal growth will align with the bottom line of your bank account. If you want more, you need to start surrounding yourself and working and following those that have done it before you. Guys, point number 5 is this. It's going to be a dogfight. I'll say that again. It's going to be a dogfight. You need to understand that. Every single thing, including right now, is I'm in this journey for 2.5 years since I retired from the state police. 1 year, there were no events, but the last 2 years, me being a keynote motivational speaker, even though I spoke for 10 years prior to that in my health and wellness industry in front of thousands of people, breaking in as a keynote motivational speaker, it is going to be 10 times harder than you ever could imagine. And every time, whether it was I wanted to be the New York State Trooper of the Year, I didn't get it 1 year, it was 10 times harder than I thought. It was a dogfight. Building my direct sales business for 2 years, I was stuck and I was complaining and I felt like, what is going on? I remember a mentor said to me, my mentor, he said, David, what books are you reading right now? And I wasn't reading anything. And he goes, that's why you're stuck. But I'll tell you, once I started reading books and I became a student again, and once I achieved the highest levels in the company, looking back, I was able to see, wow, it took a lot more effort, a lot more skill, a lot more of failing forward, a lot more facing adversity, a lot more discipline, a lot more consistency, a lot more perseverance and grit than I could ever imagine. So whatever you think the actions it's going to take and the energy it's going to take to achieve your goal, I need you to understand it's going to be 10 times harder, maybe 100 times harder, but don't think it's going to be easy because nothing is easy and everything worthwhile is uphill. But understand everybody has their day one. Everybody has their starting point. So when you're pushing through the resistance and you're setting out to reach a goal, you're going to face adversity. And life has a funny way of once you set out to do something, they have a funny way of Murphy's Law often coming in and knocking you down. Saying, all right, you said you wanted this. Let's see how true you really want it. And that's where a true character of a man is developed. A character of a man is not developed when things are going right. The true character of a man is developed on how you handle life when things are going wrong. So it's going to be a dogfight, my friends. It's going to be 10 times harder than you ever thought. So guys, my top 5, and then I'm going to give you 2 bonuses, are it's part of the process. It's only a failure if you stop. What did you learn from it? And how can you do better next time? What can you do better next time? Number 4, who can you follow, connect with, or invest in to 10x the process, speed up the process? Number 5, understand it's going to be a dogfight and harder than you ever could have imagined. And now my 2 bonus points to help you push through when you're getting knocked down and you're failing. Number 1 is find your why. Why do you do what you do? Why are you showing up every single day? And my friends, newsflash, if it's just about you At a certain point in life, you're going to hit something that's a lot tougher than you, and you're going to quit because you don't have a driving force for why you do what you do. For me, every single day, what drives me to go out there and to be one of the most sought-after keynote motivational speakers and to live that life, whether it was my business or my career, what drove me was my 3 kids and my wife because they rely on me. What drives me is something bigger than yourself. And you know what? In the beginning, it may be a little bit about selfish goals, and that's okay. You want to earn some extra money to buy some new clothes, or you want to lose that weight to feel good. That's okay. But if you start setting out to have bigger goals, you have to have a bigger why. You have to have something that's going to drive you, and it can't be just about you. It could be about a cause. It could be about other people. It could be about family, but it's got to be about putting somebody else first. You have to have something that drives you, and you have to have a why. That's it. Otherwise, if you don't have a why, I'll tell you right now, you will never get there. You'll never get there. And guys, my last bonus tip is this. Never, ever quit. Never, ever quit. My friends, we only get one shot at this thing called life. There is no warm-up in life. There is no practice in life. You know, you have the year you were born, and you have the year that you will pass away. And in between that is a little dash mark. And that dash mark represents your entire life. You get one shot at this, so don't quit. Remember, struggle is less painful than regret, right? You don't want to regret because you gave up. You don't want to regret because you faced some failures or you faced naysayers or critics that were hating on you, which is part of this failure process because people are telling you something you're doing won't work. My friends, it's your goal. It's your dream. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, it was put in your brain and your imagination by God for a bigger thing or whatever you believe in, the universe, whatever it is. It was put in your brain for a reason. So you are meant to make that a reality in your life. If you can see yourself already achieving that thing, that means it's not possible. It's past possible, but you can't quit. You can't give up. You can't give in. You have to dig a little deeper. You got to push a little bit more. You have to, push to connect with more people. And remember this, guys, every day is a new day. It's a clean slate. So yesterday was in the past. Tomorrow is not guaranteed, and all you have is today. So take it one day at a time and stop worrying about what happened to you, right? The rear view mirror in a car is a lot smaller than the front windshield because you're not going that way. You're not going behind you. So if you get knocked down today, get back up. And if you get knocked down again today, get back up a second time. And if it was a rough day, then you put your head on your pillow that night. You know you gave it your all, and tomorrow is a new day. But never, ever quit. So, guys, to wrap up again, number 1, it's part of the process. Number 2, it's only a failure if you stop. Number 3, what did you learn from it, and what can you do better next time? Number 4, who can you follow, connect with, or invest in to 10x your process? Number 5, it's going to be a dogfight. Bonus number 0.1 is find your why. And the last point is never, ever quit. And guys, I'm going to end with this. Maybe right now, wherever you are in your life, nobody believes in you. Maybe your own family. Maybe your spouse. Maybe your girlfriend or boyfriend or those closest to you don't believe in you. But I want to let you know I believe in you because there's been times when I've been lonely and I realize the only person that needs to believe in me is myself. And if I believe in myself, that's all that matters. So if nobody's believing in you right now, I need you to block out the noise. I need you to focus on finding people out there that achieved what you want. Understand somebody that's more successful than you will never criticize you for what you're doing. I'll say that again. Somebody more successful than you will never criticize you for what you are trying to do and achieve. So block it out, believe in yourself, surround yourself with a great environment. Know that me, David Atkins, believes in you, and you could do anything that you put your mind to. So guys, that's the episode this week. Short, to the point, hopefully powerful. I want you to live up to your fullest potential. My friends, please share this episode, post it on social media, comment below, because my goal every day, like I say, is to serve others to live up to their fullest potential, to help people get better. And by you listening and sharing the message and sharing the world, we are making the world a better place. And my goodness, today. We need more love in the world, less hate in the world. We need more people that are less stressed, more people that aren't just surviving every day, but rather thriving each day. And I can't do it alone. So let's do it together. Guys, have a great day, and I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Personal Perseverance Project. My goal every single day is to help people live up to their fullest potential. So please share this episode, subscribe to my channel, and maybe even leave a review. Be sure to connect and follow me on all my social media channels. And if you would like more information about me potentially being a keynote speaker at your event, or maybe you want to work with me one-on-one as your private coach, be sure to go to my website at davidatkins.com for more information. Thank you.